Oh, you didn't know? Welcome back to another episode of the LTS Wrestling Podcast. It's me. It's that NICC, and man, I can't believe it. Twice in a row.
Two
We got the whole
weeks?
crew here again. Bro,
Back to
weeks.
back?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up? Let's get
Do
it.
we have free time all of a sudden?
Oh, I guess so, bro. Life has been good to us.
Absolutely. I am not complaining.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing this Wednesday evening? Everyone's good?
Yeah.
Everyone's good?
We're beautiful.
Awesome. Good. And to all our viewers out there, thank you again for joining us. We're glad to have you. Continue to like, subscribe, and follow us on all our social media platforms. And gentlemen, we are off the heels of Clash in Paris, and a bunch of stuff has been happening. A lot of news chatter going on in the world of wrestling. But obviously, we're here to talk about WWE and all that good stuff. Nonetheless, Clash in Paris. I'm gonna just throw it out there. What did you guys think?
Hey,
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna just say, Cuzzo, Jasper, welcome to the winner's circle. I saw these two people who picked against us. We told you who was gonna win. Right? We said Logan Paul should have just been honored. And he had a little nice little post. He said I was honored to fight John Cena. Yeah, man, it's all scripted, bro. We knew that. Jasper, these two on the side, right here. Like I gotta go over you right there, like right there. Yeah,
You can't always take all the dubs, man. You know, we gotta share the wealth.
This guy gets
saying.
one PLE. This guy wins one PLE.
Let him have it. It's all good.
and we did a
I'm gonna remember it though. Let him have it, but I'm gonna remember it.
If we did a rundown of like the win-loss record of our PLEs, I would not be in the top. I would be like in the bottom. So let me have this moment.
You just stop showing up to the prediction shows in general.
Yeah. Oh man, I've got many more L's than dubs. So
it's like that one meme, right? With the guy that's biting the metal. He's in third place, and then he just
yeah. Oh, man. I really have nothing too much to say. Y'all go do your thing.
Overall, you know what? It was the PLE overall great PLE. Of course, Paris, bro. The crowd was on fire the whole night, dude.
Yeah, they were.
Bro. I'm not even lying when I say I can honestly see WWE taking Mania over there 1 year. I can see it happening. There's been talks of them taking Mania overseas 1 year. You know what I mean? And like they've been talking about doing the whole Mania in Saudi Arabia, which I'm not really a fan of, but there's also been those talks about doing it in Europe and everything. And dude, like with Paris always showing out, dude, like I can see it happening. Not only did they show out during the PLE, but they showed out on Raw even more. So like, dude, I can see it happening. You know what I mean? Especially because like the crowd is so lit throughout the whole. I mean, not just in the beginning, when you know what I mean, when everything is still fresh. I mean, they would all the way through to the very end. The crowd was just on fire. So, and I mean, you know, WWE loves that. Yeah, the WWE loves that. It's good optics. You know what I mean?
I wonder if they had the venue for it though, because I know with WrestleMania or PLEs of like 2-night events lately, it seems like they're shooting for stadiums, right? So I'm not exactly sure what kind of sports arenas can hold that type of capacity for
that's true.
A Paris or a French show for that matter. But
that's true.
No, I agree with you. You know, I just think they're, you know, clearly in that mindset of getting as many attendees, I should say, right? So
it was packed shoulder to shoulder, and it was bro. That crowd was fantastic. Right. I want to say I enjoyed pretty much all the matches. I can't say I didn't like. I can't say I didn't like any of the
Yeah.
matches. There were some flubs through some
There
of the
were.
matches. I didn't Nikki Bella. I didn't appreciate you kicking John Cena mid match. That was uncalled for. So uncalled for. He did nothing to you. You know, whatever beef you had with John Cena in the past, that was uncalled for. Me personally, and I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but me personally, match of the night for me, and I don't. This may just be because my bar was set kind of low for this match. Because, like I said on the last podcast, I was ready for this feud to be over with. Was the Sheamus and Rusev match? My bar was set low. It was set low because like I said, I was ready for it to be over with. I was kind of tuning out on their feud because it was kind of getting repetitive and it was getting boring. But bro, they delivered. I mean, to me, they delivered on that match. Yes. And the right person went over. Rusev won. The right person went over.
That. He needed that win.
He did. He did. So congratulations to Rusev.
Damn.
Where you go from here, we'll see.
Ilya.
That would probably
Ilya.
Man, I don't know. Sheamus, man, after you jumped off, you came out of the accolade and you jumped off and gave him that white noise off the freaking off the barrels, bro. I thought you were gonna end it right there. That was yours. You should have just went off script, pinned his ass right there, or did something. Get the win. Or I mean, what I'm saying is, I know they were gonna push Rusev. I knew they were gonna push Rusev, but I was like, man, you should have stole that one. They would have not got mad. They would have not got mad. But yeah, that one was good, man. Dang, dude. I know, too much Raja, right? Nah, but and then the OTC banger, dog. But damn, he got his shoes back, and of course, only for him to soak that stuff up and get speared, right? Why you gonna do him like that? You should have just left it there. But I get it, right? Right? They had to kick the Bronze out, kick him out because Seth had a plan. That's why I love Seth. He went all kinds different ways. It's like, you know, and then in his match, he took all smoke. He didn't duck no smoke, so he sold that with the play in his pocket. He knew it. He did that. Yeah, you know what? It was a good PLE. Okay, so the crowd was crazy, right? But I know they didn't go crazy, supposedly, for the second match, but I went crazy for the second match. I know I said I wasn't going to watch or I wasn't interested. We weren't interested in the storyline or the build-up. But the match, oh, yeah. It was fire. It was fire. I seen them over there fighting. I seen that, but they do got these moves together. Montez and his boy. They got these moves together that I would like to see more, man. And it was fun watching to see them come together at the end, but they got distracted. You know, because it takes a family. That's what the Wyatts was trying to say to y'all. It takes a family, not a partnership, a family to to keep the gold. Okay, so that's what they just got to learn. Hey, it was popping, huh? You know what? It was popping. So was John Cena with his pop rocks and his tribute moves to everybody he tried. Right? That guy, hey
really
Logan,
Cool.
Logan, boy. Hey, he didn't try to pulverize her on him, huh? He didn't try that shit. He can't pull that off.
I was waiting for the
I was waiting for it. I was like, he was
waiting
scared.
for it.
He didn't want to try it. Okay. Until you do that to a John Cena, man. Until you try
he
it on
saves it
him,
for the
man.
most agile opponents, I would say.
Dude, I mean, he was feeling agile that night. He was hitting Frankenstein. Come on. Cena was feeling.
I don't know, man.
Cena was feeling.
Yeah, feeling
light.
ain't actually though agile.
Yeah.
He's not like physically. He's not gonna physically flip himself over to sell that move. That's
no. Hey, Nikki. Yeah. Fly like an eagle, right? Get your ass out of here.
Oh gosh, that was a good one.
That man came through on you, didn't he? Boy, that man.
What y'all think about
that eagle did fly?
I just said,
Whoa.
hey, that's what I mean. She tried it. She tried it.
How surprised were you in Bex coming out to support her man? Like, was that an oh shit moment for you guys? Did did they do their job and you were surprised that she came out there to back up her man, or you're
Not
kind of like, I knew it?
Not
Nah.
really. Not really.
That was
Not really.
that was more of a son of a bitch. Fucking
Oh,
Becky.
yeah, for sure. Like, I was like, oh, that was your play in the pocket. Like, I was like, oh, snap. Boy, CM was going to do it. CM was going to do it, dog.
I just could tell that somebody was going to help him out because of the way they kicked Bronson and Braun out of the arena, right? And they also eliminated Paul, with Roman doing the triangle or whatever, guillotine on him. So you basically had him neutralized up until the point you're just like, okay, like, nah, somebody's gonna help him out. Like he's not gonna go out there alone. Becky actually helping him out. Not really too much of a surprise because I almost felt like at some point you remember, I think we talked about this a while back, right? When we started to see this vision come together, we were talking about like extra, members, right? And we did throw out there at some point Becky would probably be in that group, not right away, but at some point we did talk about this. So it's it is kind of interesting to see it finally happen.
Well, it was hard to see it for me because this fool Jay Uso just kept hated on everybody's, like he was just in every single spot to kick someone. Like I was just like, fudge, dude. Like I get it though. Go get it, Jay. I get it. Jay Uso, main event, you want it, go get it. But dang, look, dude, there's 3 of y'all. Why wouldn't you just whoop his, you wouldn't whoop his ass? That's like, let's all go kick Magneto's ass, get his ass out of there, and then we can all just, dog, he the top dog. Get the top dog out, and then we'll scrunches over there. But I don't know, man. It was so that's why I didn't see it coming, because this dude Jay Uso was in there. So was LA. Shout out you. I thought you were gonna take it at one point, right? Yeah, I thought you was. I was like, ooh, they gonna give it to you, boy. They gonna give nope, they didn't. So Becky, you got me. And so did you, Seth. I was like, damn, dog, that was wild. Yeah. But you did. Yeah, we did talk about that. She was gonna be a part of it at one point. She came through. Oh, she stayed. Hey, it's
the thing with this match is that I always I was more concerned who was he going to pin, right? I think that's what I said at our predictions is whoever he pins is the next feud. I'm thinking, it's gonna be Jey Uso because it's fresh, right? Didn't come, when Bex comes out and and then we see what happened, then all of a sudden everybody knows who's the feud's gonna be, and all these wannabe insiders, these other wrestling insiders supposedly know everything all of a sudden. I mean, y'all don't know shit. Y'all just watching like we did.
We know.
Yeah, no, we ain't. I mean, bro, we just watching. We just, we got our popcorn ready. It's just annoying sometimes with these insiders all of a sudden. Oh, we knew. You didn't know shit. You weren't even talking about that person before, What?
We just call him as we see him, right? We just calling him as we see him. We don't know.
Exactly.
We didn't know.
We knew whoever Seth got the pin on, we had to we were thinking, what's the long-term story here? And the long-term story is his feud is going to be with the person he pins, and we saw who he pinned, and now we see what's going to happen, man. And yay. So all you insiders, lies.
So you're saying that's the long term. That's the long term. The one he pinned will be the long term because they're tying in.
Seems like it.
They're tying in
Seems like
someone. So is that someone long term too?
No, they got 3 weeks. In the new WWE, 3 weeks is long term. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many goddamn PLEs.
The crazy part, though, I remember us talking about. Sorry, Nick. Real quick here, just we were kind of going in different directions with the feuds, right? I think we were mentioning how Seth pins Jay, they go do their thing, and then Punk and LA Knight go do their own thing, so that way they can kind of revisit. But this might actually be one of those, they'll drag it out to Mania. at this point. That's what it seems like. Like how many months are we really removed? No, meaning Seth and Punk. Seth and Punk specifically. Seth and Punk. Yeah. Yeah. We just kind of we thought we were gonna at least have a little break between those two.
Yeah, no, but dude, I'm not gonna lie. They had me for a second when Seth fell back on Punk's shoulders after the first GTS. Bro, they had me for a second, bro. I was like, ain't no way they're actually gonna give it to Punk. They had me for a second, and Punk had that smile. I was like, nah, no way they're gonna give it to him. And then, of course, Bex came in. Yeah. Capital L, huh? Capital L.
Yeah. The L stand for Lynch.
Yeah, so I think you guys hit a lot of great points. Obviously, when I think what the last one was Backlash, Lyon, right? Lyon, France, that they had out there. Yeah, and it did feel like really reminiscent of that last PLE in France. Like you just had the crowd; they were so hot, and if I'm not mistaken, AJ Styles, just tends to be like such a crowd favorite, and I think that just kind of shows, right? Like these international shows, for that matter. And I think I shared this with you guys in like our group chat. It's just like now that just seems like the next bucket list item for me as a wrestling fan is to watch one of these shows abroad, because it almost feels like the experience is just totally entirely different. And this is like, going to WrestleMania, that's an experience on its own. But to see a PLE the way they've been as of late with all these PLEs out that way, it's just, how can you not want to be part of that environment? It's kind of insane.
Yeah, wild.
And I think, yeah. Why? Well,
wait, I thought that was
I
Vegas.
can't understand.
That's not Vegas.
That's Vegas, actually.
Yeah, I thought that was Vegas. Yeah.
Well, they charted that here, so does it matter?
Yeah.
You might as well make it a vacation, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think I saw something online like the crowd was chanting at one point like that they didn't have any more money or something like that.
Yeah, we have no more money. Yeah. That was pretty funny. Hey, but they're enjoying it.
They were enjoying it.
It was beautiful.
It was sick.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was sick.
One of the most beautiful stages they've ever had for any type of show. And oddly enough, coming from SummerSlam, I thought SummerSlam was basic as hell. So like to see this was really refreshing. I love that little accent of the Eiffel Tower and just the backdrop, everything, And like even like with the theme, right? Like they went with the Starry Night theme for like all the promotions, all the good stuff. So they really thought it out well, and I think that the way they presented it was executed well. So kudos to WWE on that piece. Expensive as hell, but props where it's due. I hope so. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Yeah. No, I think the whole topic of the cost of PLEs these days, and obviously with all the new transitions to all these different streaming platforms, right? And the big one that we're about to witness is the one with ESPN that It's happening in a few weeks here. The first PLE on ESPN specifically will be Wrestlepalooza, and that's happening out in Indianapolis, Indiana. I know right now, as of right now, the card itself hasn't been fully released or fully come to fruition, but there is only one official match that has been announced. So for the women's WWE World Title between Io Sky and Stephanie Becker for the current vacant title, previously held by Naomi, obviously on leave now because they're expecting a baby. So that's the only official match. So we can kind of talk about this and then kind of go into what we are expecting to be the full card. But the vacant WWE Women's World Championship, guys. Who do you guys think is actually going to be the next champion? They give it
I'm gonna
to
speak
Io,
on this,
give it to
bruh.
Becker. Go ahead.
I'm kind of sad about this match because I think Becker is gonna win.
Okay.
But I'm sad that Io is the one that has to take the fall for it.
Uh-huh.
Because really, the only two people right now on the roster that could really make Becker look legit as a champion, in my eyes, is Rhea and Io on the roster. Unless you're gonna put her up against like Asuka, but Asuka hasn't really been in the title picture recently. So if you're gonna put like, if you're looking at somebody who, no, for sure, but I'm just talking about as like far as like people who've been in the title picture recently, right? And if you're talking about people who've been in the title picture recently, it's only been Rhea and Io. So they're not gonna let Rhea take the fall for this one. They gotta protect Rhea, right? Rhea's the cash cow. So who has to take the fall for it? Io. And Io's my girl, so it's kind of sad to see it. But somebody has to take the fall. Io's got to take the fall for it, but Io's gonna make her look fucking legit. So Stephanie's gonna win it, but Io's gonna make her look good. And that's where I'm at with that one. Kind of sad, but whatever. It is what it is.
It's not the first time you go against your favorites.
I know. I seem to be I seem to go against all my favorites, bro. But you know what? You know what? 9 times out of 10, I tend to be wrong when I go against my favorites. And you know what? I hope I'm wrong.
Not really. You've been pretty accurate, actually.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope you win.
You tell yourself you hope you're wrong, but you actually right.
There's a storyline there.
9 out of
why.
10. This is probably the 10th one, and I'm probably right.
Oh. I echo all that. Yes, Io. Io, because there's a storyline with Io. Yes, I agree too. However this storyline's gonna go, there's a storyline that could further with Io. And now that you know what I'm saying, y'all make the point, man. That's a great point. It is cool for Stephanie to chase. Yeah. Right now,
I'm
milk
telling
that
you,
cow.
9 out of 10 times I'm wrong. So
Yeah, see,
let's
he
go.
knew. He did the reverse.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, he did the reverse.
Come on,
Yeah.
EO. Come on, EO.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate it don't work that way. No, it is kind of interesting. I feel like I could go either way. I think all you guys had really good points, even though you guys are picking different outcome. Yeah, no, I think I have to kind of hop on this whole EO thing because I think right now this plan is clearly like more of a pivot, right? Because clearly we did not expect Naomi to step away as as a current champion. So there's clearly like the void that they're filling here, and this happens to be it. I think the backup plan was, you know, their the backup plan to the actual match that should have happened at Clash, right? Stephanie Becker versus Naomi, and I don't think Naomi was going to take an L there. So I think something was going to happen where Steph was going to lose. May that have played into any type of new storyline for her? Good chance. So therefore, I don't think the cards really had her winning the title this soon. And whether it was Naomi or whether it's going to be Io. So I think Io does come up as the new champion here. Jay makes a really good point. I think Steph can chase for a bit, or you could actually see this tie into some sort of actual feud going against Rhea at some point. Who knows how the implications of Asuka and Kyrie Sane come into play with this whole like story as well. We might be in for a ruse as well, right? Like we might think, okay, Io's clearly the baby face here, and she's trying to play it off like I don't need you guys' help, and Asuka and Asuka's like really pushing it as a heel. Who knows? Next thing you know, all three of them are in cahoots. They actually are working together, right? Then that puts them against the world at this point, against Rhea, against Steph, any challengers up until the point when Naomi has to come back. Because clearly, I think when Naomi's back, she's probably just going to take that title back the way she pretty much left it. Even at some point, you can even consider this, right? Like we're not talking Liv Morgan. Obviously, Liv Morgan's a very big name for the women's division, specifically in the Raw brand. So there's a good chance that at some point she might come back in right before Mania. So there's a lot to consider here. But for the meantime, in between time, I am picking Io as well.
Nice.
I think she is a new champ. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she doesn't need a title right away. She doesn't even need to take a clean L. You know what I mean? So that kind of like makes me believe EO is probably going to get some help. Yeah, yeah. Like I didn't ask for your help, but oh well.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then Dude, and then
'cause
Io,
it also
will
saves
carry the
Becker.
title like all like shaky because she didn't earn it herself. Watch, oh, that'd be a crazy one. Yeah,
Yeah. Then you got Ray. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah. I think there's
Io the
more viable
most
matchups here.
is Io the most
Or
predictable though? The most predictable path is that the most?
or
No.
No, Io isn't.
I
Vicaris?
think people are probably going with La Primera, if anything.
or
Mm-hmm.
you have Asuka and Kyrie out there with Io
Mm-hmm.
somehow they're inadvertently causing issues for Io when they're trying to help her. Rio comes out to try and stop it, trying to just tell them, hey, you're causing issues for them. Inadvertently causes Io to lose,
Yeah.
and then it pushes the story forward with Asuka and Rio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you could do that
Go
too.
there. You know what I mean? They're already building the story with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could happen. Could happen. Never say never, right?
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could even have Io win the title, but still have something with Rhea and Asuka, you know what I mean, interacting on the outside that just forwards that feud.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
It could. It could.
Yeah.
And if I end up you know what I mean? If I end up on top on this one, I guess everything right. Bro, Jay, I'm gonna steal your Jays. I'm gonna be the tribal thief. I'm gonna strut
Shoot,
around with my dub.
The
strut around
factory outlet.
with my dub.
Them B grades. Them B grade outlets. Give them some team Jumpmans. Team Jumpmans. Ain't nobody want that shit. Oh man. So what else do we think is gonna happen? And like before we go into the last bullet point, last bullet point, right? I'll transition us into that. What other matches do you think are potentially lined up here? John Cena, right? I think John Cena is supposed to be on this card, and they haven't formally announced his opponent. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I forgot which source I saw this from. But apparently they are stating Cena's opponent for Wrestlepalooza will be somebody that has not faced him within 10 years. So it's an opponent that he hasn't faced for 10 years.
But he has faced
and
him.
I think a lot. But he has faced them in the past, and it's interesting because the speculation was Brock Lesnar supposedly is his next opponent after Paul, and his name hasn't been mentioned ever since. And if you're going based on that speculation, right? They just had a match not that long ago. Jay, what year was the SummerSlam at Allegiant that you went to? Was that 24?
Brock Lesnar came out at the end. John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah, what year was that?
He was the
24, 23?
He was the tribal chief at that time. It had just
20.
pandemic had just
It
ended.
had to be 2023 or 2024.
Maybe around there. 23 maybe.
Yeah. So we're saying that John Cena's opponent supposedly is someone that hasn't faced in 10 years. And I was asking specifically your SummerSlam at Allegiant when Brock came out, because they had their match shortly after he popped up at SummerSlam. So that would negate the Brock Lesnar as an opponent for Wrestlepalooza, if that rumor is true. So who could this possibly be? Somebody that
Jericho.
hasn't faced Cena in 10 years.
Wow.
Oh, I did not think about that.
Wow.
Wow, I did not think about that.
We're gonna go
But then
there.
again, now I feel like I have to go check, because has it been that long since they both like locked up in the ring? That's oh man. Okay, now, wow. Well, that's a good guess, because I didn't think of that. I did not think of that.
It's probably
I will say this: somebody put out there Rob Van Dam,
no.
and I don't know how to feel about that.
I know. You know that person who said that
Rolling
probably
Thunder?
smoking as much as Rob Van. No, he's probably smoking as much as Rob Van Dam does. No, man, he's lit.
Who, Matt Riddle?
Good lord.
Matt Riddle called it.
I actually look.
Matt Riddle's out there saying it.
Sometimes it's just the obvious answer, and that's Brock Lesnar. You know, it's a big deal for Netflix. For ESPN to get Wrestlepalooza. They made this big event for ESPN. They're gonna throw out all the stops, and I think Brock Lesnar is one of those, like, hey, we got some money for you. Come out. It ain't Saudi money, but it'll get you out of retirement. And here it is.
Hey, Disney money is nice.
Yeah, hey, Mickey Mouse money, Scrooge McDuck with the money bin kind of money, you know. That probably got Brock Lesnar's attention, and I think he's coming out for this event. Now, I don't know, man, if that's again, well, I'm a tourist, like I'm a pundit like you guys. I don't have insider information, but that's just what I think, that sometimes it's the obvious answer, and the obvious answer here is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I can't argue that. Like, you just had him surprise us all at SummerSlam, right? So he's been off of TV since then.
Right.
That has to play into this at some point, right? You think, because Cena's got only like nine more appearances?
8 more.
So, is it 8 now?
8 or
Yeah,
7.
so,
No, it was 8 with Clash in Paris.
It's
No,
7.
it's 8. It's 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah,
It's
8. Time's a ticking here. So
No, but did
you don't
Brock
have that much time with Cena
did
left.
Brock Lesnar come out for Cody, or it was specifically for John Cena?
For Cody?
Right, because Cody was part of that match, right? And then he came out and just decimated John Cena.
Oh no, that was at the very. So that basically happened the same way it happened at Allegiant. Like,
right.
Clearly, the match was was over, and like Cena was just by himself in the ring, basically.
Okay. So Cody's not involved at this at all.
And no. So Cody's out there filming Street Fighter, and now kind of even like Talk on the Piece with Tribal Chief earlier. Wrote him off TV. He's over there shooting Street Fighter at the moment too. So those guys are doing their thing, which is interesting too, because I'm curious to know if Cody does actually.
So who's playing this guy?
Get done with his piece.
Who's playing this guy?
It's a piece of shit. Maybe 50 Cent.
No, that's Balrog.
Oh yeah, obviously.
I think Jason Momoa.
I have no idea who.
Jason Momoa is.
He's Blanco. Yeah.
And then what's her name?
But yeah,
Jinder Mahal is Dalsum.
That's dope. It should have been.
Oh man. We out here stereotyping, guys. Nah, but the whole Brock Lesnar piece, I don't know if it ends up being him, cool. whoever threw RVD, I get why they're throwing his name out there. I get it,
They were
but
smoking, lit,
come on, it's
blazed up.
Where
as hey, you know what? I'm not gonna say I'm as athletic as RVD is, but he just does not move the way he used to. He probably still moves way better than a lot of people. I'll give him that, but that match is not going to move at the pace that you would want them to because of how they had their match at what was it again? Like that one night stand, ECW one night stand. That probably was probably one of the best matches for RVD for sure. And John Cena's, just clearly the fan reaction and just like how everything panned out in that match, clearly iconic, I would say, in terms of his career, of all the matches he's had. But if that's solely the reason why they're gonna, like, please don't. I just let's let that moment be. Let's appreciate it for what it was, and let's create a new moment for Cena because yeah, he doesn't have that many more days. Like there are some nostalgia acts worth revisiting, but that one I would not touch. I just leave that alone. For you know what? I'm more in line with the whole Brock Lesnar thing. I don't think Jasper is off too far for the whole Jericho thing. That would actually be more interesting.
that'd be
Nick,
dope.
who do you think?
I was honestly, I was just assuming that it was just gonna be Brock Lesnar because there was just nothing. You know what I mean? I was hearing nothing about John Cena's next opponent, and there was no build up to anything. So I was just automatically assuming it was just gonna be Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not that much time.
You know what? It makes sense
not that much
But
because
with 8 days left,
yeah, it makes sense. Especially because Brock Lesnar has a kid in college. He would love to showcase that name on ESPN just to say, hey, we gonna nepotize a little bit and get it in, get it in.
Hey, like the name's there. Clearly, Brock Lesnar comes out for the big moments. I would say, if anything, like this is probably one of them. If he has to do it, it makes a lot of sense. Clearly, one of the bigger rivals that Cena's had in his career. I think the trajectory of both of them when they first started, and kind of like growing into the company, clearly, transcendent in their own right. One went to do MMA, the other one's doing movies, still tying in their whole, business with wrestling, and they've done really well for themselves. And why not? Why not have them tie it up one more time? And if that ends up being his last opponent in general, I'm happy with it too, to be honest with you. Because if it is not Brock Lesnar, they choose to go somewhere else, then I feel like yes, Brock Lesnar eventually will be Cena's last opponent. That's what it just seems like, because there's really not enough time to really give him any other feud. It just feels like hodgepodge at some point if they just start throwing randoms and just to say like, oh, he needs to fight this person, he needs to fight this person. No, let's keep it quality versus quantity. And it makes sense for him to close out his career against somebody like Brock Lesnar or somebody at that level. It has to.
Yeah. Can we get this? Can we stop this idea of Cena getting that Intercontinental title on him before he retires? Like, I don't want him to get it either. Like, I don't want to see it. I'll be honest. I don't want to see it. I don't. I kind of don't. I don't. It adds, honestly, it kind of doesn't add any value to his career at this point. He does, but he doesn't need it. His legacy, he to say he's the Grand Slam champion, does it add, honestly, does it add anything to his legacy?
No, I will agree with Nick, but in a different way here, because why would they make him break the world title record before getting the Grand Slam? I thought if they wanted him to get the Grand Slam, that should have happened first. I would actually think it's more memorable to get the record for the world title over being a Grand Slam champ. Granted, he's not even the first Grand Slam champion. There's multiple Grand Slam champions out there, and it's not like something that will elevate him even more in his status. He doesn't need that. The 17 world titles
The
is
17.
another thing, though. To have that under his belt is clearly a huge achievement. And, you know, the only other name that you had at that level was Ric Flair. And that's Ric Flair, guys. You know what I mean? So to be now the title holder or the record holder, 17, unseen 17, that's a big nod on him, you know? So, I think the other, you know, like speculating matches, I think was thrown around here was, gosh, we were talking.
Isn't Julia speculated to? Isn't she supposed to be defending her title?
I don't know. I don't even know like what her
Because
Mitch
what?
and
Wait,
No,
but
what wasn't? Because didn't
no, there's another. There's
because remember Michin wrestled
Kiana
what
James.
is yeah, Kiana yeah, Michin pinned Kiana James, and then that was supposed to be for her shot at Julia's title at is that Wrestlepalooza
or SmackDown
or SmackDown? Oh, could be one of
I felt like they were putting on SmackDown. Yeah, I don't think it has. That could actually be accurate. Talk some monster shows. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. But what other matches? Other matches. I actually recalled this one. Do you think Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre?
Oh yeah. Hey, wait. What happened to RKO, man? Hey, wait,
Cody
hold
Rhodes,
on.
Drew
They're done.
McIntyre. You guys
I like
talk
Cody. I like Cody Rhodes.
RKO.
What happened to RKO, man? How do you skip over Randy?
Who's RKO facing?
That's what I was saying. I thought he was. It was supposed to be Drew.
That's right.
It was supposed to be Drew. So for them to just throw in Cody Rhodes,
no,
man,
didn't he just RKO Drew on SmackDown?
Yes, he did. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did. He did.
Drew's promos are super good.
Drew is.
Yeah. You know what Drew does a really good job of? Drew does a really good job of playing the professional victim without sounding really whiny about it. He does a really fantastic job about that. And he's kind of mastered playing that role.
Right.
And he does it. I mean, he does it all the time. And that's kind of his shtick now. You know what I mean? He's a professional victim. And he's continued to do it. And that's what he did. That's what he did right before he got RKO'd. He was playing the professional victim, kind of playing I tried to tell you, I'm actually your friend, and then he got RKO'd. But that's probably one of the that's probably going to be one of the matches on Wrestlepalooza is Randy versus Drew.
That'd be cool.
Who do you guys think's coming on that one?
I'm going with Randy, man. But Drew, they're gonna push Drew,
so?
But they're gonna push Drew. Yeah. Actually, wait, I want him to get 15. Can he get 15? He can't get. Yeah, Drew. Love it. I mean, I say you don't want to push, you don't want to see 15. Yeah.
That's true.
I think.
Or does he take an L because Cody comes back?
Oh, that too. It's too stacked of a roster. Yeah. Right.
Because maybe Cody wraps up filming and then he comes back and he interferes during the match, helps out Randy. You know what I mean? And then I still want to see. I mean, I know this is like going past Wrestlepalooza, but I still want to see Randy versus Cody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
not yet.
You got to see that too.
Oh, wait. Yes, you are right. Sorry. When did that happen again? No, yeah, it did happen. Oh gosh, was that before Mania? That had to be before Mania, right? I forget.
Oh, okay.
Too many damn
Yeah,
Gotta
PLEs.
look it up.
Too
Gotta
many
go.
damn
it's gonna be
PLEs.
Randy. It's gonna be Randy and Drew.
Let's go.
I think it'll be different if it was a heel Randy
Yeah.
versus babyface Cody.
Right there. Maybe that's the finish right there. Maybe Cody comes back. Maybe that right there. Maybe that's the finish.
Was that it? Was that it?
And that's it. And that sets up for a long-term.
King of the Ring.
Yes.
King of the Ring.
That's
when it.
That's it right there. No, right there. That's the finish. That's the finish. WWE.
Nice.
I know you watching. Right there.
Yeah.
This is the finish. This is the finish.
So you calling a
Randy
heel turn?
Heel turn Randy. Right there. This is the finish. WWE. I know you watching. Randy Orton versus Drew. Wrestlepalooza. Randy Orton versus Drew. Drew's got Randy on the ropes. Cody comes out for the assist. Cody comes out for the assist. Randy doesn't like it. Could go either way. Drew or Randy wins. Randy doesn't like it. Randy RKO's Cody. And then Randy does the heel turn.
Interesting.
And then
I would
punch
actually
somebody.
prefer the other
And
way
then
around.
Randy punts somebody.
You think
That's
so?
how you know he's a heel when he
I want to
punts
heel
somebody.
Cody against a baby.
You want to heel Cody?
Randy.
You want a Homelander Cody?
Yeah.
I want the
No.
Homelander Cody at this point.
No heel Cody.
Bro, Cody is like so like anti like going heel. He's like so stick up his butt. He's so stick up his butt. Does not want to be a heel.
No,
You want to call
man.
Cap? That is the ultimate Cap right there. Him not wanting to be a heel is so BS.
No, it just
'Cause
doesn't make
He's
sense.
fucking good at it. He's just too good at
He
it.
is.
It doesn't
I
make
watched
sense.
good at it.
some of his heel stuff. He is good at
He's
it.
pretty damn good.
When
You
he
know,
turns,
he is good.
When he turns heel, it'll be like a Roman Reigns thing. You gotta wait for it. They marinate it. They're gonna tease it, but it's gonna be a long time. That's the cash cow right
Yeah,
now.
I'm just saying.
It's going to be
that's-
like a Roman Reigns heel turn. That's what's gonna happen. And everybody was calling for Roman Reigns to turn heel. There you go. We got it. And when Cody does that,
I get it.
his just popularity has to wane a little bit when he's kind of stale, and then he'll probably turn heel.
Yeah, like I think when it comes down to Cody right now, though, I don't know how much you guys kind of dove into the Cody Drew piece of it, but I think that has a nice feel for this specific PLE coming up. Obviously, Drew's clearly one of the bigger heels right now. And then, when was the last time Cody defended his title? He actually just won the title, so he would actually defend for the first time, right since winning it back. So, I think that'll be a great feud to get into. Him and Drew, they could kind of run it back a few times. Now Randy Orton, right? Like I think clearly, I'm just kind of curious to know what they intend to do with him heading into Survivor Series, and obviously once we enter the whole Mania season, because it doesn't really feel that far from now if you think about it, right? If you really just kind of looking also based on John Cena's dates, it's really counting down fast. 8 days, last day December, I believe December 13th. So from now and then, it's gonna just fly. And I think with some of these other guys that we've been talking about, like how things are gonna kind of pan out for them leading into WrestleMania season, it'd be kind of interesting because it seems like we have a good amount of baby faces right now, like as champions, right? And then how do we kind of like see the rest kind of integrate into this, or do they even integrate into it? I'm kind of curious about that piece, but specifically with Randy Orton, I'm actually not sure what they intend to do with him, because last match he had was the jelly roll Jelly Roll and what's his name, Logan Paul and
Drew.
Drew McIntyre, right? So maybe I don't
Right.
know. Does Randy Orton and Drew continue a feud? I don't know. Like it seems like
Right. So that's
could
going to be at
easy play.
WrestlePalooza. Yeah, that's going to be at WrestlePalooza.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you guys were also talking like possibly Rhea be on there, right? So Rhea, and I think if Rhea's on there, yeah, I think it has to be Rhea Asuka. It just seems like there's a possibility there.
Oh, Dom.
Is he defending?
Will he be 2 belts at that time?
You think him and AJ are gonna run it back again? Like, or is there gonna be a stipulation to this? Possibly, maybe.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, AJ's gonna want to get him back.
Yeah. MFTs, you guys think they show up? Like, it's interesting because after they took the title away from Solo, right? Now I'm kind of like also like wondering what do they end up doing next. I think I saw rumors that like these again rumors they're supposed to get into a program with the Wyatt Six. And I think now is probably a good timing just because it seems like Wyatt Six and Street Profits kind of like are done for the meantime. Seems like Street Profits might end up doing their actual split. So there could be a possibility where we start seeing that feud take place. Oh, Priest. Oh yeah, those two. That's true. Yeah, so that's a possibility too. True. Yeah.
Yeah.
There definitely has to be women presence on that card at some point. Well, hello.
Not yet.
Oh, we did just talk about it earlier too. Becker and Io. Which is the only confirmed match too. So yeah. And okay. Cena. Okay.
Yeah, that seems like a
Yeah,
a full card right there.
that's solid.
Not exactly, because we didn't talk about this one other speculated match. And let's talk about the pink elephant in the room, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
that
this
match. Jay's favorite match.
So it could be. It could be. It could be his most anticipated, long await. Long awaited.
He's gonna have his eyes glued to the screen.
Well, so obviously the big one that is being speculated at this point is because of the way Clash of Paris ended, right? So we had basically interference of with the man Becky Lynch, pretty much helping her husband and seemingly joining the Vision. And following night, Monday Night Raw, we had a promo happen between CM Punk and Becky Lynch, and both circumstances there seemed to be a name being chanted in the crowd. Clearly, the name being CM Punk's wife, AJ Lee. Is she coming back? It's fair to say that it seems like the worst kept secret at this point. There's been a lot of leaks and rumors and things that seemingly have confirmed it. Specifically, WWE Shop's actual Twitter account, specifically stating that there's going to be AJ Lee merch at WrestlePalooza, and it's since then been deleted. So clearly, it's the worst kept secret. And guys, they haven't officially announced it, but SmackDown is in Friday. SmackDown on Friday is in Chicago. It is nearly sold out. My understanding, 64 tickets left available.
Wow.
And clearly, there's an anticipation of AJ Lee being at that show to announce her return and obviously tie in to the storyline, couple versus couple, Seth and Becky versus CM Punk and AJ Lee potentially at Wrestlepalooza.
Dude, you know those 64 seats left are all nosebleeds behind pillars.
Oh, that
Or
sucks.
or behind the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited. If it is legit AJ coming back, I'm excited for it, dude. I loved AJ when she was in the WWE. She really did kick off the women's revolution for women actually wrestling. That was about the era when the women actually started doing wrestling. It wasn't just slap
Bras and
fights.
panties.
Yeah, it wasn't just
Yeah.
bras and panties.
It
It
was
was
Nightgown matches.
starting
nothing wrong with bras and
Yeah.
panties.
None at all.
I don't
never
think that's
said
what
there
he's
was
trying to
anything.
say.
Shout
No,
out
it's not that.
Stacy Keebler, Tori
never-
Wilson.
I never shied away.
Shout out y'all.
I never shied away from the
That's-
bras and panties matches,
I'm
bro.
Not taking away from all that.
Okay.
I definitely never took anything.
I grew
away
up
from
on
those
that shit. Let's
matches.
just say that.
Hell yeah, we grew up on those matches.
I went through
bro,
puberty.
but
You stupid.
there was a lot of appreciation for seeing the women actually starting to wrestle. It got really interesting. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just bathroom break matches anymore. You know what I mean? It was just you really started to appreciate it. Appreciate the wrestling that they started to do because it was, AJ could wrestle, and that was around, what was her finishing move? The Widow's Peak, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
her finishing move was crazy. I loved it.
Yeah.
Her stint wasn't too long though, right? Like she only stayed for
It's interesting
her
because
her wrestling stint wasn't that long, right?
it doesn't feel that way because she was also like a manager / valet.
Right. Her
for
manager
Big
thing was
E and
longer
Dolph, right?
Right.
Yeah. It didn't feel that way, but yeah, it's interesting because she actually I think had the previous record before Nikki broke it, holding the Divas title. Nearly over 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was a fantastic wrestler. And I'm excited if she comes back. I'm excited to see it. Jay, I know you're excited to watch even more CM Punk, and what's your take on it, buddy?
Well, I do want to see
and in Chicago, one of your favorite cities.
See what? 'Cause I wasn't watching when AJ Lee was wrestling, and the only time like I've seen her is Zelina Vega playing her in Paige's movie.
So not actually
right,
her.
so not really AJ Lee. So I'm kind of look. They throw a lot of money at her to come and do this Wrestlepalooza to do a one-off. They even set it up. They have her protected with Becky. Becky just knows how to work with the legends. She just, she worked with Trish. She worked with Lita. She's worked with the Nikki recently, right? So she knows she's in there with a good worker. And I just want to see if there's going to be any ring rust, but obviously I'm not going to see like the in prime AJ Lee. I'm going to see like this really older person, and then it's a mixed match tag, so which is good. So she doesn't have to bump a lot. It'll be Bex, it'll be CM Punk, and there'll be Rollins who'll take most of the bumps. She's there, hit her moves, get the crowd, get the pop. It'll be cool. Get her thing going, but I'm interested to see her. What's the hype around her? And I do understand that there's context here is that I'm seeing an older version of her, not an in prime one.
AJ is involved with that women's wrestling promotion, right?
I don't know if she is anymore.
She used to be.
She was eventually. I understood like as they revamped it,
right?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's still. I don't know if she's still actively part of it. We have to look.
Okay.
I think that was right around the time CM Punk just returned and he was with AEW.
AEW, right? I remember that.
So it was kind of around the same time. Yeah.
And that was about the same time that she posted that video on X of her like running the ropes and stuff, right?
Yeah,
And her
and
training
that
with
was
Punk.
yeah, and that was also because they were on the show Heels when with Stephen Amell.
Right.
So she was on there for I believe a couple episodes in the second season of the show with CM Punk. So yeah, like I think the video that you guys are speaking of where she's hitting the ropes, that was clearly her when she was training for specifically for that movie, or I'm sorry, that TV series.
Oh, how long ago was that?
3 or 4 years ago.
Not that
three,
not that long
like
ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Because I was gonna base it on those videos if from how I saw her performing and how she came off the ropes and hit that octopus. I don't know if you guys saw the same video, like straight off running the ropes, hit the octopus on Punk, the same thing that Logan Paul just hit on Cena. That was pretty clean. So I was kind of thinking I was gonna base it on I thought those videos were a little more recent. So if she is performing like that, it's gonna be a nice one. And good point about Becky. Becky was selling Nikki in Paris, so she's in good hands with that, man. And I hope she comes through smooth because I didn't get to see her wrestle as dope in her prime either. So if she could flash back and show me what I missed, let's because we gonna tune in.
Wait, hold up,
LTS
Cuzzo, hold up. Wait, hold up. You said you didn't see her, but
not too much.
last
Yeah,
I
AJ.
recall, remember we were at Mania 31.
Mm-hmm.
She was in a tag match with Paige against the Bellas.
AJ?
I don't know if you recall that.
Yeah, because I was watching with Paige.
Yeah.
See, it was so I gotta so if she's
Yeah.
gonna show out,
Yeah.
He was paying attention to Paige.
I was like, wait, AJ, look, because if she's gonna show out, like I'm just saying, I didn't watch too much of it, so you're gonna have to run me back, AJ. Because I'm a tune in, girl. I want you to get tagged in, especially with Becky. I want you to get tagged in. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it, dude. Remind me why they know your name or why people want to be you. Why you call people your daughters. Remind me why you call them girls your daughters. Like, you know what I mean? She called Roxy her daughters, all that stuff, John. Like, yeah.
No, bro. Honestly, AJ was dude. She was a game changer. She was a trailblazer for her time. She definitely wrestled. She wrestled different from the divas.
Yes.
She wrestled. She
was more of a technician.
Wrestled. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she actually was a technician.
Like I would say, her and Natty were probably the ones kind of holding it down with the wrestling skills.
Oh.
Yeah, they actually wrestled like wrestlers.
What about was that Grace Kim wrestling at that time?
Ooh, love her.
Grace Kim,
love her too. Gracie Kim.
Yeah, she wasn't there.
Bro, love her.
Yeah,
though.
she wasn't there.
No, that was like
or
Michelle
Gail
McCool
Kim.
era,
Gail Kim.
I would say, when Gail Kim was that.
That's what I meant.
way.
I'm sorry, Grace Kim.
Yeah.
Gail Kim. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah. Gail Kim was around.
Yeah, Gail Kim.
But I think
that AJ Lee run and all that stuff.
Yeah, not during the AJ Lee run, but
Yeah.
Gail Kim was around. She just wasn't there during AJ.
Yeah, not around that part. I would say. I don't know, but I think even before like we talk AJ and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of interesting because I don't recall Becky ever like tying it up against AJ, and I think around that time they weren't like, I think they were NXT already, if I'm not mistaken. Like we already had the Bailey, Charlotte, Becky and Sasha on NXT, but they weren't like the ones kind of like spearheading the whole women's revolution at that point, because there was that. I remember that one Monday Night Raw, right, where they kind of introduced those specific 3 NXT women into the main roster. They brought Charlotte, they brought Becky, they brought Sasha into the main roster, and you had, I believe, the alliances were with the Bellas were with was it Becky, or I kind of forgot who was the mix, but nonetheless, I think when you had all of them just kind of like coming up, I think you already had AJ on the out, so we never got that chance to see a Becky in her peak specifically. I would say she's kind of in her peak still, and then to have AJ return after 10 years, not saying that she's going to be in, peak, peak, what am I trying to
Wrestling,
say?
Wrestling
Yeah,
shape.
like her
like,
Yeah.
peak wrestling performance.
correct. Yeah, right. She's not going to be that, but just the notion of thinking like, almost seemingly like two eras after another, finally actually like creating this interaction. So but at the same time, with the way the build has been, the names involved, obviously Seth Rollins and CM Punk, Becky Lynch also in her own right. So just to see how this is kind of building, even though it feels very rushed, clearly the WWE Wrestlepalooza is 3 weeks away, so it has to be kind of like expedited, right? We have to kind of like accelerate the storyline just a little tad bit, just so we can actually have a nice build to this match. And it almost kind of feels like, and the way I was like thinking about this whole thing the whole time, it almost kind of feels like when CM Punk returned to wrestling, and this being at the AEW Collision episode, which was on a Friday.
Chicago, I think.
And there was Chicago, and there was teases already like rampant, and no one's really like shutting down any of the rumors. And when you see the show open up, you clearly had a huge, fan base of CM Punk, specifically with all the gear, the signs, everything. So it almost seems like this could be very similar in that sense. Like to see them open the show this Friday on SmackDown, potentially with AJ, I wouldn't be surprised, just because it's going to be hard to really suppress, like how the crowd's going to react from the get go. So if they're just going to ride it hot from the get go, then I'm all for it. But it does kind of give me that vibe, like it is the worst kept secret at this point, and the anticipation of seeing her show up on WWE television once again after 10 years. Yeah, I think it'll be built up for a great moment. And who knows, that might not be the only surprise, because if you really think about it, everything that needs to lead up to Wrestlepalooza has the same exact amount of time as this match. So we got to see stuff come into fruition, whether it's on SmackDown or on Raw for that matter, because we got nothing outside of the whole Backer and Io Sky match right now.
No, AJ Lee, all you gotta do is move like Trish, move like Nikki, move like Lita.
Let's hope so.
If you can do that, you'll be. Actually, Michelle McCool was cool in the Royal Rumble. They're vets. They're a little bit older, but they were able to train for this one. Like, I think this is a one-off. Most likely, it's a one-off, right? So if she trains as hard as she does in those videos, she'd be alright.
Yeah.
Who's to say she's not training right now too?
Right, and again, she's working
I'd
with.
assume they have their own gyms, and
She's working with Becky
Yeah.
though, like Becky's a pro's pro, so they're gonna. I think Chicago will be pleased that she'll be back.
Should make a prop bet.
Mhm.
She's coming in the beginning of the show or ending.
I just want
Or
LA
middle.
Knight to come out there and go LA Knight, and then all Chicago cheers, and then there's another rival that cheered for LA. There you go.
That's
To keep LA
crazy.
Knight face.
That's
He goes to
pretty
your
crazy,
area
yeah.
too,
So
man. He
what,
goes to
like-
the Bay Area, goes LA Knight. Yeah, man. He goes to the Bay Area, says
don't
LA
you
Knight,
do it.
Bay Area. Bay Area start cheering for him, man.
Hey, for real, we'll be over there, yeah.
So wait, she coming on the beginning or the end though?
All right.
I think they're gonna
The
say
end.
this has to be
She's
the
coming out at
end.
the end.
because you know
Has to be the end.
because
And-
there won't be like the climax is already at the start. It's like hard for every act to follow, and if it's not at the end, it's like
We
close.
can still close it out with Cena.
No, yeah, if Cena Brock Lesnar, they're probably gonna be the end match, right?
They can still close it out. They can still close it out.
So I think there's somewhere
No,
in the
like
middle.
on SmackDown. We're talking SmackDown, right?
Oh,
Smack-
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're talking SmackDown.
Oh no, at the end.
So I'll say like, when is AJ Lee coming out, in the beginning or the end? So you're still saying the end?
The end, yeah, and I see directed by Paul.
Yeah, I still say the end.
Directed
I
by
still say
Paul
the end.
Levesque, you know,
because
right?
it's
there.
because it's Chicago. Because it's
What, the
Chicago.
Marvel ending?
Right, you know how like
Yeah.
every time.
They're beating up CM Punk, and then the credits are rolling.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you
after
see it
the
every time they're
credits.
beating up somebody. Directed by
Yeah.
Paul Levesque.
The
Post-credits.
camera zooming out.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
gotta be towards the end,
Turn
man.
it up. We hear that music, it's over.
Yep.
That will be wild. Well, looking forward to it. And gentlemen, thank you again. Great episode. Love talking to you guys. Subscribers out there, followers, viewers, thank you again so much. You guys are the best supporters out there. Continue to like, subscribe, follow us, and we'll catch you on the next one. We out.